Hi, my name is Urmi Kothari and I'm an energy coach and a fitness expert and the founder of Kinetic Living. I'm here to help you work through your PCOS with your fitness journey with Veera Health. Today we are going to be doing a slow strength-based workout that will help you build muscle mass and counter insulin resistance in PCOS. Remember, weight training is really essential if you want to control your weight gain as well as maintain long-term health. Invest in a good pair of weights because I guarantee that it will come for handy. So today's workout, we're going to be doing some squatting based techniques and to strengthen your pulling based muscles, which will help you maintain posture and at the same time burn a lot of calories. So we're going to start with the warm up. In the standing position, you're going to start by hip circles to warm up the hip joint and feel this movement in your inner thighs as well. Think of reaching your hips to every corner of the room. And this is a 2-a-long workout, so make sure you are trying to follow me. But the pace, you can do it as per your fitness level as well as your form. Focus on form over speed. Let's reverse that direction. I'm feeling it in my inner thighs. 3, 2, 1 and release. From here, if you have poor balance, we will work on that in this program. But for now, you can take a wall or take the support, or you can just be on the mat and go for leg swings. Keep your spine tall. Gently engage the core and move from the hamstring and not the bottom of the leg. Breathe out, breathe in. We're going to do this for another 6 to 8 repetitions. Again, you don't have to go with my range, but do it as much as possible with your spine intact. And let's change the side. Flexing your foot will help you get into the hamstrings a little bit more, remove some tightness from the back. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. From here, we are going to simply go into standing side bends. So taking your hands up, widening the legs and moving side to side. Again, spine has 4 different movements and the side bend is something that we always ignore in daily life. And this really is good for alleviating any back pain. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Feel it on the side of the body. Elbows are straight, important, and shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. From here, we're going to do a little bit of torso twists. So twisting from your mid back, lift the heel of the back leg. 5, 4, 3, focus on the mid back, engaging your core and keep your weight in the center and release. Next one is standing cat stretch. So interlock your fingers, take your arms up, pull your chest up to the ceiling, arch your lower back and exhale, round the spine, push the upper back behind and push your palms forward. Inhale up, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale. Don't bend the knees too much, it's just a soft bend in the knees. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Last 2. Again, tuck that tailbone, push the floor, palms away from you. And last one, and release. We focused a lot on the spine mobility right now. Now we will do some spine stability work, but in the standing position. You're going to take your hands up, pull the arms back, and then bring it forward, and then take your arms back again, squeezing the shoulder blades back. So inhale, Y, come back, exhale, back. Inhale, center, and take your hands up in a Y, and then you take it in a T. Let's go for another about 5 to 8 repetitions. Try to keep the elbows as straight as possible, making a Y, exhale, making a T. Breathe out, breathe out. Breathe into the center. 4. Again, keep your ribs in. You're moving from your shoulder blades when you pull your arms back rather than your chest. 6. Make sure that you're not shrugging when you take your arms up. Drop those shoulders down. 7. Last one. You should be feeling this in your upper back and mid back. Next one is you're going to be doing is ankle rockers. All you're going to do is take the hips back, lift your toes, and then try to lift your heels up, engage your glutes, and go back again. Inhale, exhale. This is really good to understand a little bit of coordination in the body, but at the same time challenge you with a little bit of fun and play. Whoops! Breathe in, breathe out. Take your hips back, up. 3, 2, 1, and release. So we're going to be learning the squat technique today first. Is feet should be shoulder distance apart, not so close. And I want to make a very clear distinction. Is your hip distance is the distance between your sit bones, which means literally my feet are now hip distance apart. When I say waist distance is when I go to the waist distance, which is here. And the shoulder distance would be my shoulder width, okay? So in a squat, you want to try and maintain either shoulder width apart or waist distance. You don't have to go for hip distance. And the second distinction, which is very important, is the turnout of the toes. So I have seen a lot of people, including men and women, they turn their feet out too much, and when they sit down, the knees are buckling in. So toes have to be maximum 30 to 40 degrees. And instead of taking your toes wide, people need to take their feet more wide, okay? So turnout is 30 degrees. Sit back like you would sit in a chair and keep your spine tall. Now if you see, my knees are aligning with my second toe, and then come back up. Tighten the glutes. Showing it from the back side. Feet are hip distance apart. Sit back like you would sit in a chair, spine tall, and then come up. Inhale down, exhale up. Now if you're a complete beginner, or if you're overweight, or if your knees are hurting, please remember it's because of bad technique. So only go down halfway or even 1/4 and then come up. It's literally like you're sitting on a pot, or use a sofa or a chair behind you. Try to touch your butt to the sofa or the chair and then stand up. Okay, so let's try this for about 5 to 8 repetitions. Sitting back, inhale, keep your spine tall, exhale. 1. Come to full standing position. I've seen people also do this. Straighten the knees and tuck your tailbone. Inhale, exhale. Feel the pushing away action from the ground using your heels, and tighten both the glutes. Last one, and relax. So let's start with the main workout. I know some of you may already be feeling the warm-up, but that's how we learn to push ourselves slightly in small increments. So first exercise we're going to do is squat to heel raise. We've just learned the squat technique. Feel free to use a weight if you feel you can handle it. Otherwise, go for body weight. You're going to be doing squat to heel raise. So I'm just going to show it to you once. Sitting down, and as you come up, lift your heels like we did in the ankle rockers. All right? 3, 2, 30 seconds on the clock. 2 and go. Inhale, exhale. If you see, I'm straightening my knees and then lifting my heels. Back straight throughout, core tight. Make sure the knees are not buckling in. When you sit back down, sit on your heels. Push the knees out when you sit behind. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Beautiful. Second exercise we're going to do is bent over Y's and T's. So a little bit more challenging position for the spine, but adding from the warm-up. So push your hips back, go into a flat back position. Please make sure you don't lock your knees. Hands down next to the below the chest. From here, Y and T. So exactly what we did in the standing, we're doing in the bent over position. Ready? For 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1 and go. Push your hips back. Feel it in hamstrings, engage your core. Don't look, jam your chin in. Just look at the floor in front of you, not ahead of you. This is incorrect. Exhale, exhale. If this is easy, you can take some small ankle weights and put it on your wrist, or you can take 1 liter water bottles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last finishing it on the T and relax. So if this hurts your lower back, don't worry. It's because your lower back muscles have to work here, but make sure you don't arch your back excessively here. You want to tuck your tailbone and do not round your spine, okay? This is in fact exactly what we are trying to counter. Third exercise is overhead squat to plank. So watch it and then we will do it together. Plank position, step forward, take your hands up, go back and step or jump back into a plank. Step, step, arms up next to the ears. Now this is where most people will sink in, our elbows will bend, all of this is going to happen. So be mindful, push your knees out, arms straight. And this is why I have included this in the workout. Focus on your squat technique in every movement, okay? You're going to do this for 30 seconds. Ready? In 3, 2, 1 and go. I recommend stepping forward and not jumping forward in the first round. Be mindful of each joint placement. Back straight, step, step, chest up, look straight, back. Keep going, keep sweating. Remember, for good strength, you need good posture and good form. Last 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, I'm loving this, I hope you are, 2, and release. So that's a good squat burn, good thigh burn, and also really good for your posture. Take a break for 45 seconds and we will start the next circuit. So let's do the second round of our first circuit, starting with squat to heel raise. Keeping the weight in front of your chest, starting for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1 and go. Sit back and up. Inhale, exhale. Make sure the knees are aligning with the second toe. Push your knees out when you sit down. Core tight, chest up, back down. Feel this in the quads and the glutes. Three, 2, 1 and relax. Next one is we are going to be doing is bent over Y's T's for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Push your hips back. Keep your belly button engaged. Make sure you're not shrugging from your shoulders when you go in the Y. Back flat. Do not round the spine. I'm looking at the floor in front of me. And last 5 seconds. And relax after the T. And relax. And let's get on to the last exercise before we take a good rest of 45 seconds. We're going to go into a plank, squat, squat, overhead hold for a second, then step back. Step. And if you're jumping forward and back, make sure you don't sink your hips down. You need to try and come outside your palms properly in the squat and up. Make sure you jump back, holding the core, and don't sink into your lower back. Elbows straight. Every time you come into the overhead plank, overhead squat. Five, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Hold that squat and then come up. Rest for 45 seconds before we move on to the second circuit. Second circuit is again 3 exercises. One is for upper body, lower body, and then one is mobility, but in a dynamic fashion. So the first one is wall sit, and extremely good even if you're overweight, because this will have no impact on your knees, but maximum tension in your quads. So feet are hip distance apart, and I'm sure some of you, if you've been to physios, they've been telling you this as well. Wall sit. Tuck your tailbone slightly so that your lower back has no gap with the wall, and try to bring your thighs parallel. Maybe it's hard today, but you will get it. So 30 seconds in this position. So I'm going to set you up again. Feet are quite a bit distance away from the wall. Adjust your hips. You can take support of your hands. And if you're a complete beginner, do not go 90. You can stay slightly higher. And 5, 4, 3, back straight, do not droop forward. 2, and hold. Dig the heels downwards and hands off the thighs. Okay, I don't want you to do this, that's cheating. You can keep your hands in front, you can keep your hands here. Literally just chill here and breathe. Lower back pushing into the wall, core tight, heels pushing down. My feet are slipping, but that's why I'm pushing down more. Feel it in the quads. 5, 4, 3, relax those shoulders. 2, and relax. So I hope you felt this all the way here. I did too, and as difficulty progresses, you can build up to a minute. Second exercise is flying shoulder press. Again, really good for your posture. And we are doing a beginner version, so you will keep your chin just 1 inch above the ground. You will not lift your chest too high. Main thing to remember is tuck your tailbone. Point your toes, push your shoelaces into the mat, and just watch me for 1 rep. From here, you're going to lift your chest a little bit and press your arms up, but not here. Arms next to the ears, and pull these elbows back. Okay? This is what we're going to do. And imagine you're pulling something down. So let's start. We're going to do this for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, and go. Chest is hovering above the mat. Engage your belly button and glutes, quads tight. And if you see, my arms are becoming straight next to the ear, and pull back. Pull back against an imaginary resistance. Breathe. Feel this in your upper back, mid back, shoulders. Let's go for 5 more. Do not look in front. Look at the mat, down, tuck your chin in. Arms as high as possible. And relax. Rest back in child's pose for 5, 4, relax your toes, 3, 2, and relax. Next one is downward dog to lunge. Again, this is built to build good hip mobility, which is generally, I can say, below average for beginners. And going into downward dog, from here, again, if you can't bring your foot forward in one go, bring it halfway, clutch it, bring it forward. Remember, form over speed. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, let's start. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Step and back. Step and back. And if this is also too hard, no problem. Drop on into the child's pose. Come forward and go back into child's pose. Okay? There's always a modification. So have patience with your body and you will progress much smoothly. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale. If your breath is too fast, no problem. And last one, and relax. Take a break for 30 seconds and we start again with the wall sit. So let's start the second circuit, starting with wall sit. For 30 seconds, thighs parallel to the ground or slightly higher for complete beginners. 3, 2, 1, go. Back straight. Lower back into the wall. Chilling here. Feel it in the quads. Dig the heels into the ground. Try to push the heels into the floor rather than away from you. And do not use the support. 4, 3, 2, and release. From here, coming into the flying shoulder press, lying down on your tummy. And if you feel it a little bit in the lower back, then keep your head fully down and focus on your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. And if you want to make it harder, lift your chest up a little bit more. Looking always at the mat, not in front. Give me full range of motion. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Pushing back into the downward dog, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Lunge to downward dog. Lunge to downward dog. Breathing in, breathing out. You can also follow your own breathing, but just don't hold your breath. This is a mobility exercise, so if your pace is slower, your breathing will be different. Again, go for full range of motion as the reps progress. 3, 2, 1, and relax. That's some great work today. I hope you're feeling it in your legs, your back, and a little bit in your arms. Let's start with a cool down. Make sure you have a sip of water, and you can start the cool down about 30 to 45 seconds after this. So let's start with the cool down. You've done a great job today. I hope you're feeling it in the legs as well as in your back and a little bit in your shoulders and arms. So we're going to start with the child's pose with your feet together but knees are mat width distance, and really walk your hands forward. It's not like you're sinking into the mat. You're lengthening your arms and creating space between your armpits and your torso. And from here, walking to the left side. Feel the stretch on the right side of your lats all the way down till the right hip. This will happen if you keep pushing your butt back and keep reaching your fingertips forward. Elbows are off the mat. Breathe. And maintaining the length. Walking over to the other side, reach that left hand more than the right hand and feel it in the left side of your torso now. You've done a great job today. Let your body come back to its natural relaxed state. Cool down is extremely essential. Come back into the center. From here, we're going to come forward and going into a gentle cobra. So from here, I call it the lazy cobra because here you're cooling down, and just make sure you don't sink into your shoulders. Push away from the ground and look up, feel a stretch in your abs and head down, hips back, child's pose. Again, inhale, open up, widen that collarbone, exhale back. Inhale and exhale. Back. Now from here, bringing your right leg forward and going into the pigeon. Pigeon is basically your shin is horizontal. If your hips are really tight, maybe it is at a diagonal. If you're open, flexible, then it will be slightly more to 90 degrees. Back leg is in the center of the mat and reach ahead. Feel this in the right hip. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, let your back leg grow tall and long, and 1. From here, come up and see if you can rotate your right hand behind and nudge your butt to the right side a little bit more. 3. Again, if your neck is straining, you can look to the front, but take your hand further back. Twist from your mid back. 2, and release. From here, let's change the leg. Left leg comes forward, again back leg in the center. First reaching ahead, my left is tighter than the right, so I'm definitely feeling it more. Back leg is straight. Remember, your breath is responsible for your health to a very deep extent because it affects your nervous system. So relaxation is equally important as much as the hard parts of the workout. From here, rotate and pull back. 5, 4, 3, twist from the mid back. Now if you see, I'm not looking all the way back. For me, this is my range on this side. 2 and release. And last one we're going to do is coming forward into the seated position and bring your legs in front in Baddha Konasana. So I don't want you to pull your feet forward. Just straighten your legs in front of you and pull the feet forward as much as possible. Now take your hands behind, push your hips forward and see if you can just gently push your knees down. It's a beginner version of Baddha Konasana. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1 and going into the puppy stretch, bringing your hips directly above your knees and dropping your chest and chin down onto the mat. And again, forehead down if you are very stiff from your upper back, or chin down. The main thing here is to feel this in the armpits and the mid back. And this is extremely good for all sedentary postures. We all are hunching over our phones and screens all day long. Give something back to your body. Breathe. And slowly slide forward. And release. Feel free to do a Shavasana right now. Otherwise, we are done for the day and see you for the next time.